morning. Allergies. Okay. If you'd like to stand, we'll sing our call to worship. One, two, three, four. You have but one mission, and that's to live your life. You have but one mission, and that is all. No more fooling around, asking anyone's permission. Just ask your very heart and soul. I have but one mission, and that's to live my life. I have but one mission, and that's all. I'm tired of fooling around, asking everyone's permission. Just ask my very heart and soul. You have but one mission, and that's to live your life. You have but one mission, and that's all. No more fooling around, asking everyone's permission. Just ask your very heart and soul. Just ask your very heart and soul. Just ask your very heart and soul.
Traverse City. And by the way, you have my permission to sit down. So my name is Michael Robold, and I'm the worship assistant today. And it's good to see all of you here today on this bright day, bright from the sun, or not the sun, but the snow. And we can be thankful that we have the climate that we have. I think we're all aware of that. And we have possibly some new people here today. And if you are new, at the end of the service, if you're interested, our greeters will be glad to give you a packet of information. And after the service, we do have an opportunity for each and every one of you to meet at the other end of the church, gather for some refreshments, and certainly from a time to get to know one another. There are a few announcements this morning, but before I read them, I need to be able to see them. So the grief group will meet after the service today, and if there's anything that is on your heart and mind, anything that's bothering you, this is a good opportunity for you to join that group. You don't have to make a commitment. Today is a chance for you to find out what it's all about. And you're welcome, as everyone in that group certainly is a wonderful, compassionate person, and you will be right at home. We're having a memorial for Jackie Lambert. That will be next Saturday, the 18th. It will be right here at 1 o'clock. Please join us as we give thanks for the blessings that Jackie brought to the world. And the difference that each and every one of us makes is important to recognize. A luncheon will be held afterwards in the fellowship hall. The Compassionate Choices group is sponsoring a plant-forward potluck on Sunday, the 26th, following the service. There's a sign-up sheet in the foyer, and if you'd like to participate, we'd encourage you to bring a dish to pass. Following the fellowship, there will be a showing of A Prayer for Compassion. That's a documentary that explores the teachings of compassion at the heart of many of today's spiritual and religious traditions. So please plan to join us for this wonderful and meaningful event and that thought-provoking film that will be shown. I'd like to add to those of you who have been participating in the prosperity class, if you are making a separate donation, please notate that. If you're putting a check in the basket today, if you're going to make a donation by cash, please use an envelope and then notate it. And if you're using credit card, PayPal, also, so we can keep the bookkeeping understandable as to where the money is going. And now it's time for another song.
How marvelous, how wonderful, the universal love as manifested here in you and me. I look at you and see in you the God potential there. This is the real you in reality. So let the infinite love shine through. This is you, really you. Believe God's life is the heart of you. Wait no longer to know that it's true. How marvelous, how wonderful, the universal love has manifested here in you and me.
And I invite you to join together in our opening prayer. If you're comfortable closing your eyes and just taking that position of relaxation and letting go. And may we all give thought to all those within our country and around the world who are suffering. Tragedies take place every single day. And yet, every single day, we have much to be thankful for. So we look at our blessings, and we look at our life, and we realize life is good. Life is good for us. And it's not about fairness. It's not about someone being punished for behavior. It's simply about the way the world works. And we know at Unity that God is present everywhere, in every situation. God is not manipulating. God is simply there. And so when we go within, we make that connection, the connection to the Christ Spirit that lies within each and every one of us, and know that we are in the hands of God. And may we be thankful for our wellness and our health and our abundance of blessings. And so it is. Amen. On the screen, you'll see the statement of unity. Let's affirm that together. Together, gratitude leads me to the highest life has to offer.
There's a heart that will never turn away. There's a love that I know is here to stay. There's a peace that will fill the world one day, and it's all inside me. There's a friend who will always care for me. Every hour of my life be there for me. There's a strength that will always carry me, and it's all inside me. And I know I will find my way to the peace that is mine. All the love and the light I need wait for me here inside. There's a faith that will see me through each day. There's a word that is here each time I pray. There's a song that will heal my soul today, and it's all inside me. There's a spirit divine and ever free. There's a light that will shine eternally. There's a dream of a world in harmony, and it's all inside me. And I know I will find my way to the peace that is mine. All the love and the light I need wait for me here inside.
And so let's turn again within to that place inside where we truly feel not only our connection, but our reality of who we are. Physical, yes. Mental, emotional, absolutely. But most importantly, we are a spiritual entity. And so we try to do our best to live in a way that benefits others, benefits the planet, and certainly benefits ourselves. A sense of health and well-being. And as we turn within, we let go of anxiousness, of worry, of fear, remembering that God is in charge. And as the world continues to produce conflict, storms, God is there. Even death is not the end. So letting go is where we can start. Letting go, relaxing, being at ease in all situations. And so as we recognize the smoothness and the ease and the constant flowing of our breath, we realize that that life force, that which supports us, is there for each and every one of us on every single breath. And we notice that breath coming in, filling us with that energy of God. And then we release it. We let it go. What a lesson. We are supported. All we have to do is participate and let go. So whatever's on your mind, whatever you're concerned about, in the next 10 breaths, see if you can just focus on letting it go and being at ease. And affirm to yourself, I am one with a divine healing presence, and all is well. Amen.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make, the reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dream, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. as you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't need to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Bear with me for a second here. There we go. Good morning and Happy New Year. Good morning. I was not able to be here last week, so I missed the first official service of the year. And it also brought to my forefront of my awareness how much I love this place, how much this ministry means to me, and how much each and every one of you make my life fuller. And I am so happy to be back here with you today. And also, it just goes to show how once again, Carol and the music team nails things. And not just that, but Michael as well, because the songs today where you have only one mission, and that's to live your life. How true is that? The second song was It's All Inside Me, because it is. Everything we need, everything that we already are is all we ever need, and it's all inside us now. Michael's meditation is exactly what I needed to hear today. And it was, for me, brilliant. Thank you. And yes, we will do amazing things this year. Individually, as a ministry, for ourselves, for others, and everything we possibly can do and be to make this world a place that we want to be in. I didn't plan any of that, so now I'll get to what I was here to talk about. It's a new year. How many of you, I'm wondering, have ever written a book? I know there are a few of you here. Okay. We all are writing a book this year, and it's called My Life in 2025. The book has 12 chapters, 365 pages. It can be a comedy, it can be a tragedy, it can be a farce, it can be a serious book, it can be a romantic novel, it can be heartbreak, it can be joyful or full of fear and terror. It can be parts of all of those. But every book will be different, and the beauty of it all is we each have the choice of exactly what the book will be and exactly what our lives will be this year. There is no doubting that. Charles Fillmore said about the new year, "You should begin the new year with great enthusiasm because you know the truth with a capital T. Forget the things that are past. Rejoice in the opportunities of the present. Many blessings are yours. Pile up those blessings in your consciousness, and they will multiply and increase your joy and increase until your joy will be full." Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science and Mind, states that the new year is a blank canvas upon which you can paint the life you desire. Use the power of your thoughts to make it a masterpiece. That's what we have in front of us, folks. That's what we get to do. We get to write a bestseller. We get to paint a masterpiece. Use whatever you want. But those opportunities are here and for us now. And the nature of the new year is obviously very symbolic, right? One of the things I like is that the older I get more excited, and the first thing I get excited about is I lived another year. You know, at a certain point, that's kind of important. It's also a time for reflection. It's a time for renewal. And it's a time to plan and prepare for what we want to represent and what we want to be in 2025. Reflection is the first part of that, and to me, that's a personal decluttering, right? We want to get rid of the old stuff that's in the closets that's not working for us anymore. We want to try to decide what we want to bring in that's new. And I've got a little exercise for us this morning. It's only take about 40 seconds. I want you to take 20 seconds to begin with and make a mental list of what was upsetting to you last year, what made you angry, fearful, irritated, or stressed, what prohibited you or at least blocked somewhat you from realizing that which you truly are and the potential of living that you have, and helped what you are not to surface and be. 20 seconds, please do that. Okay, come back. Now I want you to take 20 seconds and make a mental list of the opposite. What brought you joy? What inspired you? What made you feel peace and love and joy, and maybe it might have brought a smile to your life. It's reflections of what you truly are and what you are here to be. 20 seconds, please. Okay, come on back. It's amazing how long 20 seconds can seem if you're thinking about it, doesn't it? I did this exercise earlier this week, but I took more than 20 seconds. I sat down with a piece of paper and a pencil, and I did the first part, and I just rattled things off. It's one right after the other. I got to the second part, and I was surprised at how much I had to think about it. I had to think about the good that occurred when I was right on top of everything that I thought was bad. This is what I came across on the first part of this. Only a few of them. I don't want to be up here all day. The entire political system, who won, who lost, the campaign length, the tone, the incivility of what we have become politically. The continuation of gun violence, mass shootings, mass killings of any time, such as the recent one in New Orleans. The tone of divisiveness, of division, living in and reacting through fear rather than love. Judgmental attitudes, others as well as my own. It was much more difficult to answer the second part of that exercise. One of the reasons is that we are just bombarded with news, negativity, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and half of the time is just the same thing repeated over and over and over again. And good news is not news. Very rarely do you see a piece you see some stuff in the paper, but not too much on TV. And it comes as no surprise that because that's where my energy was, that's what my year was made of last year. I was angry, upset, stressed, even though I'm a pretty good actor and didn't look like I was too often. And it's no surprise that that's what I experienced, because that's where my consciousness was. Even though I wasn't thinking about it, it was there, and that's what I manifested for me. And enough of us did that if you had a less than wonderful year last year, that's why. At some point, I came to the awful realization that I saw and found what I was looking for. I was looking for division because I wanted to change it. I was looking for incivility because I wanted to stop it. I wanted everybody else, just if they could just come along and be on my team, we'd have a great year. And how did that work out for us? The blessing is that it's also possible for us to change that narrative and to focus on what we are, what we're here to be, love instead of hate, peace instead of fear, compassion instead of judgment, kindness instead of incivility, and oneness other than the division that we all are caught up in right now. Or if we're not caught up in it, we're made aware of it every day. That doesn't have to be. What it comes to is not just talking and discussing and thinking about these things, but we have to live them. We have to not reinvent, but reinsert ourselves into our 5 unity principles. God is, I am, I think, I pray, I live. That's the short version. I can't remember the other version. To live in integrity with what we really are, to do the things we mean, say the things we mean, and live less from our shadows, which are the things we are not. And I spent a lot of time last year living with what I'm not. And our 5 core values. When was the last time we really thought about those? It's been a while for me, quite honestly. Love, empathy, compassion, service, and integrity. How do you think we could affect the world this coming year if we lived those, if we meant those, if every person we came in contact with, we shared those and made an example through us of our divinity and the divinity everybody else is? Now, I'm not suggesting, as nice as it would be, that we can do that with everybody we meet. Some folks I meet, I really don't want to be around. But we can be a lot more accepting. We can be a lot more compassionate, a lot more loving. And maybe we can actually learn something instead of trying to tell people how we think they should live and behave. The renewal part of the equation is, what is it that's working for us that we want to keep? This one's actually a little bit better, a little bit easier. But whatever it is that inspires us, that gives us peace, joy, community, inspiration, and transformation, we want to hang on to with every ounce of strength we have. Because that's who we are. And that's not something we want to give up. The planning section is, what do I want to be, and can I be proactive rather than reactive? Because most of my life, I'm reacting to something else. I'm reacting to outside circumstances. I'm reacting to outcomes. And that triggers a lot of the stuff I've been talking about. What makes our heart sing, what feeds our soul and our being is what will lead us to the manifestation of who and what we are, and to be a reflection of the divine that's within us. Because it's here, it's now, and it's in there bubbling around just waiting for us to let it loose. This can be a problem child sometimes. There we go. I even found a quote in the Bible about it. I'm not much of a Bible reader, but every so often for these talks, I'll go back and see what I can find. And there's a Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinks in his heart, so he is. It highlights the importance of our own thoughts and our intentions in shaping who we become and what we share with others. Intentions are, I think, the most powerful thing we have in our arsenal, at our disposal. I have never really given much thought to intentions. I kind of saw them in the same light as resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions, which usually die by the second Friday of January, is called Quitter's Day, because 45 to 60% of resolutions are given up on by the second Saturday in January, or second Friday, which was last Friday, and 80% of resolutions have gone by the wayside by the 1st of February. It's not a great track record. But intentions are not dependent on outcomes. They're conscious choices we make on how we want to show up in our lives, how we want to live, what we want to be, and how we want to act. These are what drives the values and the principles that we adhere to and live by during our lifetimes. Intentions, unlike goals and resolutions, are not about doing. It's about being. It's about being on the same page with our principles and our values, not focused on outcomes. So what happens in the end doesn't really matter. That's the distinction between, for me at least, between intentions and goals and resolutions, is that there are things that come up in our lives that we can't control. Even though we think we might, even though we spend time trying, we can't control them. And when those come up, they may alter the goal or alter the resolution, but they don't alter the intention. They don't alter what we are, what we want to be. And if they don't, if a specific part of that doesn't work out, the intention is still good. It's still what we are. It's still what we're from. Our lives are full of circumstances that come out that can hinder what we're meant to accomplish. Intentions, however, are always within our complete control. We can decide what our intention is going to be this day, this year, every year. And we have the ability to use our minds to decide how we want to react to those things that come up. We can react to them negatively. We can look at them as opportunities of something we want to change. Think about those things you came up with that upset us last year, right? There's nothing in each individual one of those that can do that. That can only happen when we give it the power through some feeling we had or some other situation that came up or feeling that came up years ago that was triggered by that. But that specific instance might not have really had any meaning, but it set us off. So we can choose. We can choose how we react to everything. These intentions cannot be affected by whatever happens from the outside, because as the song says, they are all within us. They are all here. And intentions can and do apply to every aspect of our lives. So what's your intention for 2025? I can't tell you that. That's up to you. We've got 35, 40 people here. There are 35, 40 at least intentions for next year. What feeds your soul? What allows you to show the divinity that's within you? And how can you shine that light that you are, that's inside, that's waiting to brighten up the world? Because that's what we are, folks. That's what we're here for, is to share what we have been given, share what we have, share the love, share the protection, share the wisdom of God with as many people as we can. Let the light within you shine unencumbered this coming year. While we cannot control what happens, or in very few ways can we control what happens, we can totally control how we react, how we act, and what we take on. My less than comfortable 2024 is all on me, because that's what I decided. Maybe not consciously, but it was there, and I found what I was looking for. I had an experience this morning that I want to share with you because it was really kind of strange. I was in deep sleep about 6 o'clock, and I heard a whisper that just said, "Bob." And I jumped up wide awake out of my bed, and the first thought I had is, something's wrong with Lori. So, I went over, kind of, "Are you okay?" She says, "Yeah, I'm okay." So, okay, I went back to bed. And I thought, what the hell was that? So I just sat there for a while. I just kind of closed my eyes, sat there. And I guess I wasn't really prepared for what came to me, because what did come was that I have to do that. I have to wake up to life. I have to be more in tune with my intentions. I have to be, and I have to demonstrate what I really am and what I am here to do with as many people as I can. And try to be some type of positive method of change. It gets back really to focusing on and demonstrating what our core values are, or is a core value statement, and that is transforming lives and inspiring others to make a positive difference in this world. I have other intentions as well. I won't go into all those today because that's the really important one. But if we each can do that this year, if we can live our truth, speak our truth, be our truth, and demonstrate our truth, 2025 will be a hell of a year. And we all will have written bestsellers. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob. That was great. Well, this is that time in the service when we all have a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to participate in the act of giving, because each and every day we're receiving. And many of us are taking care of others and have financial responsibilities that sometimes leave us feeling there just isn't enough. So the wonderful thing about coming here, and I've been coming here since before this building was here, not here, but where we used to meet. And never once did I hear anyone say, you need to give a certain amount. And I like that. So each and every one of us has that opportunity to give what we feel is right for us. It doesn't have to be a large amount, but just something. So think about what you're willing to give today, what you're able to give today. And let's affirm together our prosperity blessing, which is on the screens. Together, in all times, Spirit is blessing me with abundant good.
I am an expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit. I am an expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit. A beautiful expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit. Magnificent expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit. A unique, unrepeatable expression of God. 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 I am an expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit, of the Spirit. I am an expression of the Spirit, of the Spirit.
Well, I'd say this was a good service. Wonderful music and voices. Thank you, Rowdy, for making sure we could hear everything. And for those of you who are feeling a need to release a burden, we do have chaplains at the end of the service. And one is usually up here, one in the hallway. And as I mentioned earlier, refreshments and fellowship. So this is a good time to stand up, move into a circle.
Judy wanted me to say something about the fires.
I want to take just a second and relay a text message I got from Judy. And it was in reference to all of the fires in California. There are a number of Unity churches that are in the fire zones that are probably decimated. So along with everyone else, let's keep those folks and those ministries in our prayers today.
And I want to again thank Bob for a wonderful lesson. And throughout the lesson, he kept referring to a message that I always like to carry with me, and it's not just the new year, but a man by the name of Paramahansa Yogananda, and I've mentioned this before here, had these words to say, and I like to keep them in mind, not just, as Bob says, a New Year's resolution, but an everyday resolution. But here's how it went. In this new year, I'm a new person, and I shall change my consciousness again and again, and again and again, until I've driven out the darkness of ignorance. And I think that is what Bob was talking about. The belief in ourself is what we can always adjust and change, fine-tune. And as Paramahansa Yogananda said, driven out the darkness of ignorance and manifested the shining light of spirit in whose image I am made. And so it is. Let's again give thought to all those who are suffering. And let our thoughts come together as a powerful force to do good in this world. And let's end the service with the prayer of protection for everyone. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, she is, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all of we. Let us walk with each other.